Hey everybody, Scabard Gaming here. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Minecraft. Today I'm in TechIt and I'm going to show you some destructive and constructive techniques that come with ProjectE. And here comes the rain. Every time I start recording, I swear. Right, okay, so ProjectE comes with a couple of ways of removing and building objects very quickly. By objects I mean solid blocks. Now, there's the usual stuff in Minecraft, such as TNT, that allows you to destroy stuff quite quickly, but it's quite randomly destructive. So ProjectE goes some way to try and fix that, kind of solve the problem of it being so random. There's a couple of ways you can do this. I've already got most of the ingredients for it. Now, TNT can be upgraded, so you still get that massive destructive power in a random way, but it can be upgraded to be a bit more harsh. Why have I got a whole stack of diamonds? Anyway, them back in. So one way you can upgrade TNT is using Mobius fuel. If you apply Mobius fuel to TNT, you get a Nova catalyst. Now this is kind of like one step up from TNT. Right, just let me learn this because I've not used any of this yet. Now, Nova catalyst. Similar way, you can do this with a Eternalis fuel, which is more expensive, so you know you've got to kind of really want to do this. Oh no, wait. Use a Nova catalyst and an Eternius fuel, and you get Nova cataclysm, which sounds as bad as it is. And I will show you that in just a second. Now we get rid of this TNT, and I don't think we need more than one of these. They're quite horrifying. So if I sleep, then maybe this rain will stop. We don't want the rain. You want to be able to see what's going on, don't you? Good morning. Right, let's have a look-see. Yep, looks like the rain stopped and we've got a nice clear day. So I'm going to test out this Nova Catalyst first. Now, if you're going to use these items, do it far away from your build, and you'll see why in a second. Because they're not just TNT. they do a lot of damage. Now, I don't like this area. It's all swampy and horrible. So, oh, you know what I'm going to need? I'm going to need a redstone signal. Now, what's the safest way of doing this without getting blown up? I think I'm going to have to actually put down some redstone and maybe a pressure plate. I think that's probably a good idea. Let's be safe while we do this, because otherwise things could go horribly wrong. I don't want to be losing my power armor or anything. Right, so we want to set a Nova catalyst. So we do that. Plug it down just like TNT. Now, give yourself a fair amount of breathing room. There you go. There's my pressure pad. Now they get set off with a redstone signal, just like normal TNT. Except they make a bigger explosion. Now that's the Nova Catalyst, so that's not much bigger than TNT, but it just allows you to have a little more destructive power. Now, I just collect all this redstone. Might as well. Oh, ruining the landscape. It's alright, I can fix it. Now, to get a little bit more further away for this one, let's put it on top of this Nova Cataclysm. Let's plonk it down. Right. I'm going to want to get further away for this one. And then I'm still going to run. Because it makes a very deep hole. Now I can't do it too far, because otherwise the signal won't make it. So I need another pressure plate. I'm a little worried about this one, in all honesty. I don't know how big the explosion's going to be from here. Okay, let's just go for it. Oh, I was too far away. Work. Oh, no. I'm about 2 blocks too far away by the looks of it. But that's alright. Right, I need another pressure plate. if you're thinking to yourself, he's destroying the land. Why would you do this? Well, because I've got a way to fix it. Oh! It's nice. Look at the size of that hole. That is the destruction cataclysm. I'll get there in the end. It's quite destructive. It leaves a very large hole. And it's quite expensive as well. I don't think I learnt it either, which means I've got to make another one. That's fine. That's fine. We don't care. Let's get rid of all this stuff in my inventory. And then I'll show you the other things that I wanted to show you today. Get rid of all this. We don't need you. Right. Now, that is how you can destroy things pretty quickly. But as with TNT, it's quite random. I mean, you've got the basic blast radius, but if you want it to be uniform, if you want to be able to use the hole in any way, I mean, that's not overly usable, let's be honest. It would take a lot of work to make that usable room or something if you wanted to clear it out for that. So let's get back and I'll show you another way. Boing, boing, boing. So much fun. Right, now for this I think I'm actually going to need I'm going to need the Nova Catalyst that I just made, so that's fine. I'll grab another one of those out first. So Nova, oh, I did learn the Cataclysm, that's alright. So I'm going to need 4 of these. Now I've got to try and remember how this worked. I think it was just like that. There you go. Destruction Catalyst. Now this is a more uniform way of destroying blocks, and you still get the blocks back, just like with TNT, although some of those do get destroyed. Now this one is a way of building a tunnel, or destroying a tunnel, I suppose it is, but making a tunnel. Now let me just show you very quickly. This is its lowest setting. It makes a single 1 block deep hole, which is 3 by 3. Now if you press V, it goes up to the next level, and that level, if I do it here, is 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks deep. Now every time we go up a level, it doubles the depth. So let's get rid of that. So now this is 8 blocks deep. Now you'll notice that when you do it, it drops these little pods which look like spawn eggs. When you pick them up, you get the resources that were destroyed. Now the next one creates a 16 block deep hole, which is quite a sizable hole, but it's usable because you don't have to just apply it downwardly. You can apply it this way, and you get yourself a nice little tunnel. Useful. I like it. So that is the Destruction Catalyst. Now it has its limited uses, I suppose, but you do get the resources back, so it's a good way of just tunneling straight through. If you can afford to make one early on, then it's not too bad. You can use it for making all sorts of tunnel networks, as well as other things, whatever your imagination can give you, I suppose. Now, you're probably thinking, you're messing up your world, man. You've got some big holes. Well, that's where the Mercurial Eye comes in. Mysterious Mercurial Eye. The Mercurial Eye is kind of like the opposite of what we've been doing so far. Now we just get rid of some of these things. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Put that in there. So I've now learnt that. Get rid of cobblestone. You see, I've got some tin ore during that as well. So you do get the items that are broken down by these things. Okay, can't do anything with any of that so far. Now, this here is how to make the Mercurial Eye. Now, one important thing about the Destruction Catalyst and the Mercurial Eye is that it uses EMC to perform its tasks. So it depends on what you're breaking down. Now, the Klein star that you have in your inventory is what gives it the power to do what it has to do. Depending on what you're breaking is how much EMC it's going to use. Now, the Mercurial Eye is very much the same. So if I just get it built, then I can show you. This one is expensive because it uses a piece of red matter, which is 466,000 EMC. It also uses a diamond, a couple of bits of obsidian, some bricks. So it's 475,000 EMC. I mean, once it's made, you can learn it. But you're going to need a pretty full Klein star, although recommended to go up to the next level of star. So something that I may not have shown you is that there are different levels of star, and they just hold more EMC, but they cost a massive amount to make each one until the Klein star Omega, which is like 25 million EMC to create. In most daily uses, you're not going to use anything more than the Klein star. Just for flying around and like using a couple of destruction catalyst blasts, you're not going to need anything more than the Klein. But in some cases, you will. So I'm going to get another Klein star because I want to use this Klein star to feed the Mercurial Eye, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. And I'm going to make. You need something that you want to craft. Now, most people are going to want to use dirt because it's the natural ingredient, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So hover over your Mercurial Eye and press C. By default you may have remapped that. Now the Mercurial Eye requires Klein star, so we put that in there, and it requires a material to create. Now depending on the EMC level of your material, that's how much per block it's going to cost you out of your Klein star to create the area that you're going to create. Now, on its lowest setting, the Mercurial Eye creates a single block, and it will have cost me 1 EMC. So as you can see, I'm now on 49,999. So that's how simple that is. There's nothing complicated about how that works. But as you go up, again pressing V, I can now build some larger areas. Now I'll use my destruction catalyst tunnels as examples. There we go. The first level is the same as a destruction catalyst, so it does a 3x3 block 1 deep. Now if I want to build a tunnel, for instance, I can then fill it back in just using Mercurial Eye. This is the easiest way to fill in a large hole, let's be honest. Yeah, there you go. Wonderful. Now, if I want to fill in a bigger hole, I press V again. And I want to be able to fly. And I go, Now that is filling in 2 holes at a time, or 2 blocks deep. Or it's not, is it? It's only filling in 1. What am I doing wrong? Ah, there you go. It goes out. Not up. It doesn't do depth. It goes size. So it's kind of, there you go. You kind of need to have a space big enough to fill. How bizarre. It does make odd shapes, but as well as that, it's because the grass is there. So if I do another one, you see it's gone round the grass. Oh, go away. I've ended up in a hole. Help me, John. Right, so as you can see, it's not destructive, it is constructive, and that includes grass. So you need to be sure what you're building on. You need to have a flat area. Now the next level up, it gets bigger, and the next level up, it's going to get bigger again. Wait for it. Yeah, it's pretty large. And the next level up doesn't exist. Ah, it's a shame. I was hoping it would go even bigger. So that is how the Mercurial Eye works. And obviously, like I say, it's just for filling in holes. There's not really a lot else you can do with it. But if you think about it like this, you could use obsidian. And you could plant a big load of obsidian down on the floor very quickly, attracting so much attention. Die, 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 die. And there you go. Nice and easy way of creating a large amount of material very quickly. Wow, this place is swamped today. But it's good for filling in holes, especially if you're going to go around playing with TNT. Or destruction catalysts. Or destruction cataclysms. If you're playing with destruction cataclysms, you mustn't like your world very much. that's the truth. Now, I haven't used a massive amount of EMC, but obviously I was only using dirt. You can do other things. Let's see. Should we try it with obsidian? It causes us some problems. You could probably even do it with blocks of coal. Let's do it with blocks of coal for a laugh. Now, if I press C, put a block of coal in there. Let's see what happens when I block of coal something. Don't shoot me, skeleton. I'm on an important mission. Ugh, they're everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to block a coal on top of this. It's on the highest setting. Yeah, that's nice. But it didn't make a very big shape because it used all of my EMC in one go. So yeah, so I suppose out of that I was only going to get about 40 blocks. That's probably about what I used. So there you go, that's how that works. It's very, very simple. It can be very useful. Obviously if you're going to use blocks of coal, then you're going to have to get yourself a really big climb star or something, an omega star or whatever you could afford at the time. So I hope that was useful to you guys. If you did like the video, please hit like and subscribe, and I will be back with some more TechIt later on. Thanks again for watching. Bye bye.